Because, for instance, you have said that, and you've been consistent in saying
Yes.
that you were turfed out in 2023. Do you, given that belief that you have, do you have a master plan going forward to achieve your ends, which is essentially to take the keys of Asurok, which you say belongs rightfully to you? Because clearly there's a lot of tactical and opportunistic play in this race, but I'm wondering whether you can really make it difficult for the APC on your own, or whether some sort of alliance or coalition or merger with the PDP and NNPP is the only way that you can pull it off, given the realities on the ground.
The key word from your question is only. It cannot be the only way, because we went alone and we did it. On a normal day, a standard politician is always, even when you won clean and you're in power, you would always want alliances, even for added comfort. So it goes without saying, we would love to expand our spheres of influence. We would love not just PDP, NNPP, SDP, and others all to come together. We would love that to happen. There is safety in numbers. I think we've spoken a lot now about the party. Can we just move on?
Again, we're getting, you've got time. Don't worry.
All right.
You're going to have enough time to stick your knife into the APC and really turn the screws there. But I mean, do you?
It should surprise you to know that I don't even want to talk about APC.
Right.
I want to talk about
governance.
I want to talk about democracy.
Well, they're the ones in power, so you'd have to, by extension, talk about
anyway,
them.
Go ahead.
But do you admit, though, that after 9 years of incumbency, the APC has full control of the machinery of state and is therefore stronger and able to absorb whatever you throw at them?
I am never scared. If only you were playing by the rules and you were clean and you were winning your elections, I could be scared of you. If you were legit, I would be scared of you. I would respect you, actually, if you were legit. You see, your own Tunji Oseni, I remember clearly just before the final, after the declaration, and he says, so you think you've won what? So brazenly, break the law, do what you feel like. What do you think you have won? I'm not impressed by someone calling himself a president when I can see through him and know that through his history there is a fake certificate. There was forfeiture, there were many things I don't want to talk about now. I'm not scared about a so-called number two, whom I don't want to talk about people falling. People failed surprisingly, and I can never be intimidated or scared by people who do not play by the rules. Look, you're talking about 9 years. I would tell you that for 24 years, the ongoing president was in control of Lagos. We defeated him in Lagos, and you have the results. APC and PDP did not have 60% of the Labour Party votes in FCT that they are ruling. So I am never scared, because we are if we're in a democracy, it is the people's power that we use. And we're using the people's power, not the armored tanks of the Nigerian army, which belongs to the Nigerian people, not the barrels of the gun, not the tear gas that the Nigerian people are afraid of. Okay? So at any day, if there is an election again, believe you me, the come out will defeat them. It's left for them to go and twist the constitution again, change the meaning of English language, 3-letter words, and declare by 4 a.m. with all the dynamics that happened before 4 a.m., which, when we say things are unspeakable, it was unspeakable why it had to be by 4 a.m.
Right. But in the context of what you believe happened at that time, and given your clear fervor for driving Nigeria in the right direction, and in order to achieve that, you would have to find a means of taking power away from the people who are controlling it now. Has there been some communication between you, the Labour Party, the PDP, the NNPP about a possible merger or coalition or alliance ahead of 2027, or there hasn't been and there won't be?
On several occasions, I did tell you that I don't want to overstep my limits.
Right.
As a loyal party member, we have our leader, and then I have my own leader, Peter Obi. Please allow them to speak to you on these matters.
Okay.
I am more interested in abuse of power and how Nigerians are taking and playing with democracy.
Okay. Well, let's move then and assess those 9 years in office from the point of view of President Tinubu's first year in power. Help us look at the various pressure points on him as he prepares to enter his second year, because we seem to be hearing lots of howling complaints about virtually everything.
I will talk about only one thing: legitimacy. It's not worth your while, not worth my while, to speak about economic policy, insecurity, and all this. It's not, because the answer is already out there. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, but people want to hear you articulate it.
Yeah.
Because you personify the people you represent.
Thank you. I'm honored to hear this from none other than Charles Aniago. Thank you.
I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Look, this is not child's play. Put it this way. People are dying. People are being killed out there. Is there anybody that is telling me he does not know about this? What are they waiting to hear again? Is there anybody that does not spend the naira to buy any item? I know these things.
There goes your phone again.
I have to switch it off. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this to the viewers. I do apologize.
That's okay.
Well, you know the kind of work I do. I can't afford to be off the radar.
Yeah.
2 institutions, big hospital and all that. So I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Please continue.
Yeah, all right. Yes.
I
will speak about only one assessment, which is legitimacy, the pressure point of legitimacy. That I will not go into talking about his economic policy, because the answer is out there already.
But the reality is that he is the president of Nigeria. The reality is that he's running this country.
I have never.
And you are now in the opposition. So it makes sense for you to assess what he's been doing since he got into office.
And I'm telling
the
you, this
legitimacy
assessment
question is a moot point now.
Charles, let's try and be on the same page. Your question is valid and a strong one. My answer to you is even more rhetorical and ironic, because I'm saying that I wish to answer just one aspect, because the answers to what you want is actually being felt out there by all and everybody, unless if you're going to lie to yourself. Now, why should I, before the elections, I campaigned on that. After the elections, I campaigned. Before the elections, I warned Nigerians. We all warned Nigerians about this is what is going to happen if you have such a man as your leader. It is now happening. Look, your time is valuable. My time is valuable. I would rather talk about more fundamental things than saying that there is hunger out there. There is unemployment leading into insecurity. No, the kind of hunger that is in the stomach is different from the kind of hunger that is in the head, that is different from the kind of hunger that is in the heart. The human mind is the most powerful tool I can say God created on earth. And it is the human mind that will drive the success or failure of societies. The Nigerian society now, what is happening? The mind is not a physical object. We claim to have democracy, but end it with a question mark. Do we have democracy? In reality, 16 presidents stroke heads of states, 9 of which were not elected, while we had a judiciary that served alongside them. So if we have one that I still say is questionably constitutional, now there is nothing wrong. Like it or don't like it, every human society must have a leader. That's why we have Tinubu today as a president. How he got to power, Nigerians are saying doesn't matter. Well, so far, aided by the court, doesn't matter. But let me just break a little and say something in general. Because many a times I stand the unique opportunity, I call it opportunity of being misunderstood. You see, there was a time Albert Einstein said to Charlie Chaplin, I admire you. You don't say a word and the world admires you. Then Charlie Chaplin says to Albert Einstein, I admire you even more. Nobody understands you, yet they even admire you more. I'm not comparing myself in any way to those gifted people or in that context. But you see, if you don't speak about that people are hungry, people are tired, no. That's not my conventional kind of talk.
Well, speak
what
about
I'm
what you want to
saying
speak
now
about, then.
is that I have been saying before, and I wish to repeat now, which I was not heard, is that democracy is not is not that government of the people, for the people, by the people. Maybe today I will start to be understood. Democracy is government for the people who have earned their freedom. Are Nigerians ready to earn their freedom? Question mark. It is government of the people who are ready to defend their rights and civil liberties. Are Nigerians ready to do that? It is government by the people who are ready to go and extract their dividends. Are Nigerians ready to do that? If you cannot practice democracy, democracy is not for you. Now, these are the fundamental issues. Without, or rather with a violated constitution, do you have democracy? And the answer is no. With a violated constitution, with due respect, the courts have the power to do all and everything. You see, the sun and the moon are both celestial objects, emitting light in different intensity. So in a very bright full moon, and we have an argument, and we go to court, and I say it was bright, it was in the daytime, because I could see your face, I could read this text. It could be interpreted as daylight. And in daytime, with cloud cover, and you can't see the sun, they ask, was the sun visible? No, because there was cloud cover. My friend, it was dark. And you lose the case. The courts can do and undo. The courts are everything. After what God Almighty does with his creation, is what's next to what God does with his creation, is what authority does with their people. What is authority? The authority is not the presidency. Authority are the courts. And that is why to do as president. It is not by accident that they call authority power, political power. Because if any person or groups of persons do something and it stays, that is power. We rig the election and it stays, that's power. The difference between a murderer and a conqueror is in the number of people they kill. If you go and kill half a nation and install the government, you are a conqueror and you get someone smart to go and write the history. You are loved by your people, you didn't kill anybody, and all those and all those. It is about power, brute force. This is not democracy. Others can fight, but we're too civilized to do that. It was easy to take over the Eagle Square. It was easy to stop Tinubu from being sworn in. But we didn't do it. We didn't do it. Decided, let's have faith in the court. What did the courts do? The Constitution says, and you must read and FCT. They changed the meaning of English language. Now, so long as you are ready to accept anything, everything will happen to you. Nigerians are ready to accept anything, and that is why everything is happening to us, Nigerians. Do we have the right to continue complaining? I put that question out there. The comfort, let me finish. The comfort that Nigerians are enjoying by not defending their constitution, by not coming out, and by the way, okay, Nigerian constitution provides and allows for Nigerians to defend their own constitution. When I say that the constitution itself belongs to the people and that it is not over, I repeat, it is not over. Nigerian constitution itself is that belongs to the Nigerian people as a people, when they are guided in the course of the nation and in the course of democracy, can do, and because it is the Nigerian people who the constitution says, we, the Nigerian people, have decided to bring this constitution into being.
I'm going to come in there because we've got, you will not be surprised to know, because we've been talking for a while, we've got about 2 minutes
really
on this conversation.
Unbelievable.
We've been talking for almost 45 minutes now.
Wow.
What's your message to the Nigerian people then as they approach the 1 year mark and beyond under the leadership of President Tinubu?
Once again, please try and bear with me. Tinubu and his presidency are irrelevant to me. The Nigerian people and how they take everything sitting down is the problem now.
So that's your message.
That is my message.
Right.
Because we think we have a democracy. This is a questionably constitutional democracy where anything and everything can happen. I repeat, for a people that are ready to accept anything, then everything, failed economy, deadly insecurity, aggravated corruption will happen to those people.
So basically, as you sow, so shall you reap, and that's what is happening.
Not
here.
so. As you allow, Nigerians, what we allow, so shall we live. Those countries that fought, you see, slavery ended, partly struggle, partly allowed, but there was a struggle. Colonialism ended, partly struggle, partly allowed, but there was struggle. Military governments ended, partly very, very small struggle, but then it was allowed. We woke up one morning and late General Abacha of blessed memory was dead. Nobody fought for democracy. General Abdul Salam, being the gentleman that he was, being the kind of heart that he had, in 10 months established this. For people to come, he didn't extend by 1 day. For people to come and be committing all sorts of crimes, bending, destroying the constitution that he left to stay in power, to rig elections, to destroy Nigeria. Now, I think why I keep telling you that Tinubu and his people are completely irrelevant to me now. We Nigerians, it is our headache.
And on that note, I want to thank you very much indeed. It's been absolutely brilliant.
A movement of an energy and an essence that is way beyond the parochialism of tribe of ethnicity, of
No, keep the mic muted so they call you.
Of political parties or any of the things of the tools that have divided us since the inception of our nation called Nigeria. And so it's something that is very dear to us. It has to do with the core and essence of who we are as a people. And so this is why we're here, to continue in the same engagement. And we're so glad because we had to drag our principal into this space, today. I know that a few people were wondering, oh, we had a space just the last week or something like that, a few days ago, and we're here again because he made an announcement, with this engagement. And of course, we went to work immediately. And that's why we're here today. And it's no surprise. A lot of things are happening in our country, including glitches like we're having in this place today. And we will continue to work as one indivisible people, that are way beyond, I'm reiterating again, way beyond the parochialism of tribe, of class, of religion, of political parties. We're here because a new Nigeria is possible. That's our line, that's our logo, that's our energy, that's our essence, that's our music, that's all that consumes us. We just want to see a working Nigeria. In the words of Aisha Yusufu, where a child of nobody can become somebody. Here we are classless. And so this is the engagement that we continue to have. And of course, like the last time, we had times where questions were asked and deliberations were made, assignments were given, and today we're back on it again. And I am always excited, as always, and so glad to have each and every one of us here. I can see a couple of people who are already lifting their hands. Yes, I can see Auntie Aisha there. I can see Bolanle is here. Ibrahim Abdul Karim is here. A lot other people are here. We have Engineer Barry. We have Favor, we have Century, we have Analo, we have Dr. David. The list is endless, from the shores of the sea to down up north, to the desert. We're all here. This is what the energy of our essence is all about. And so tonight, without any further ado, I just would go straight ahead because we have Mr. Peter Obi here tonight, who is also going to be talking to us because some reports were given to him. And so without any time wasting, we will just go straight ahead. Mr. Peter Obi, if you can hear me loud and clear, we're excited to have you here. And I just want to welcome you to this active citizens engagement and ask you to just give us some intro and talk to us tonight.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everybody that have joined this space. Once again, I remain sincerely grateful to all of you for your active participation in this space. I know I've gotten a lot of people questioning this short or space coming very in a space of 1 week. And I've had more mention it today because just last week we held an space to announce the start of a series of engagements that will help to establish a structure to drive a process. I set up a team, as you know, during that space, or name some people and say they can form themselves into a team. This team was tasked for holding a series of consultation and engagement, and I want to most sincerely thank everyone who showed up at that engagement meeting that recently held. I also want to sincerely thank them on how fast they've moved the conversation and the consultation process. I will continue on the same appreciation the team has provided me and us with a preliminary report Last week, they put out a link for submission of ideas and documentation on how we should structure the movement. And I want to extend my sincere gratitude to over 160 people I think about 160, 170 people who submitted their ideas and suggestions through the link provided by the engagement and consultation team, and to those who attended a recent consultation meeting that was held on Saturday. We received a wide range of insights, such as ideas on building an inclusive structure with a strong grassroots presence, leveraging on technology to optimize our operations and secure our votes, and innovative suggestions for grassroots mobilization. Indeed, I would say we have a brilliant mind in our movement. And to this, we can see it from the quality of the ideas we've received. Well, as you know, we're just at the beginning of this journey. This is just the beginning. We are committed to ensuring that every member of this movement is heard and included as we build our structure. There will be more consultations at the national, regional, state, world levels, and I encourage everyone to participate when called upon. Moving forward, it is crucial that we have leadership in place to support this building process. And I'm sure this team and all that are involved, after extensive consultation within the movement and reviewing the feedback from obedience through the ideas submitted, there's a consensus that the position of national coordinator should go to the north. And I thank those who suggested this. For the nomination submitted by the stakeholders in the movement and shared with the engagement team, Dr. Tanko Yunusa emerged as the most nominated candidate of this role. I believe that those who did this must have looked into his track record, his leadership, and committed to the movement. I personally haven't worked with him as a spokesperson. I tend to agree with the team that he should serve as an interim national coordinator as we continue to lay the foundation of our movement. And I want to clarify to all that other positions will continue to be filled as we move forward. We just wanted to name somebody who will then be in charge of coordinating this, and the all interim position, all in the interim basis, as we evaluate the final and develop the final structure. As we move forward, we shall need your nomination for the best minds in the community to take up key positions in the structure. Remember, we have over 1 million leadership positions to fill, fund the boots to the national level. Please, I urge all of you to be involved in the nominations to help onboard the people with competence, character, and capacity to lead. I remain committed to the unity of our movements and broader society. I encourage every member to be actively involved and engaged with the consultation team and contribute on the ongoing conversation. And I continue to say it, what we are building is beyond all of us. So no one person is in charge. We are all going to move as one body, committed to building a new Nigeria, a new society that will be inclusive, where tribe, religion should not be a measure of competence, capacity, or compassion. Where charity should not be seen as compassion. Where people have to do real work, contribute meaningfully in a productive society, which is what we are preaching, and we want to move it from consumption to production. A society that will be productive and will unleash the essence of a country we'll all be proud of to call our own. So I thank all of you and urge all of us to support this effort and ensure that we support all those we are going to support to lead. Thank you. Let me now have the opportunity of inviting a new interim national coordinator to speak, and then we'll follow up with other comments. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you so much for this announcement that you have made. It's a global, a national, sub-regional, local announcement that will reverberate across the earth, the globe, and every corner of the earth. Thank you so much for enumeration and making it explicitly very clear in terms of the different itemization and compartmentalization that you have done. It's as clear as day and night, and thank you for doing that. I'm trying to see how I can bring up the new national coordinator of the...
He's here. He's on the speakers. He's up here already.
Dr. Tanko, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Dr. Mo, loud and clear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, but I can't see you. This is something else. But the fact that I can see you, I can hear you, it's more than good enough. Whatever oppressive, demonic iCloud covering tonight, they have dispelled because an announcement has been made. Right now, Dr. Tanko, I just want to say this announcement has been made. First and foremost, it's my singular honor to say congratulations, sir, for this interim work that you have. The mic is yours for a response. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much to everyone. Your Excellency, our revered leader, Excellency Peter Gregory Obi, the president in waiting that Nigerians are yearning to have, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, everyone here on this particular space, I greet you warmly. I want to appreciate this particular nomination to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the nomination by members of the movement for this appointment. This is an assignment that I take very seriously, and I'm committed to putting the required effort to ensure that the movement becomes the formidable force we all envision. To every member of the movement and all Nigerians who have supported us, I want to say thank you. Your efforts have been invaluable, and because of you,
His Excellency Peter Obi emerged as a significant contender for the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the last election. The journey towards a new Nigeria has not been without its challenges, but now is the time for us to re-energize our focus. The energy of the movement on the mission of reclaiming our country and building a Nigeria that works for everyone. If you have already invested in this movement, now is the time to redouble your effort. We need every hand on deck. Leadership is about collective needs, not just one person. Everyone has something valuable to offer to the movement. We have brilliant minds among us, and this was evident in the quality of the ideas the consultation team received. As your interim national coordinator, I assure you that the ideas and documents you have shared will be brought to life. The movement is for everyone, regardless of your religion, tribe, background. Together, we will build a structure that is open, citizen-led, and citizen-driven, with a democratic reflection that the diversity of our nation and the energy of our movement, this will be a place where your voice is heard and your efforts are appreciated. The movement will be built around the polling unit. We need a strong presence at the grassroots level to drive our goals. It is time to establish a robust socio-political structure across Nigeria with 36 states, one that includes all obedient supporters and supporting groups. The 6 million votes that was accorded to His Excellency Peter Obi, which we know we had more in the last election, and the millions of Nigerians who have suffered from bad governance and need to be engaged to join our movement. Our target to have nothing less than 100 million or 100 people in each polling unit. This will strengthen our presence and effectiveness. You will recall that according to Worldometer, Nigeria has 200 million people. Even according to the data load that we had, it shows that Nigerians have 35 million people on the social media. Out of those particular number, only 25 million Nigerians voted at the last 2023 elections. That is to tell you there are millions of Nigerians who are undecided or who have not voted, even though the register of voters leads to about almost 100 million. We will leverage seriously on technology to authenticate members and identify those present in each polling unit by location, ensuring transparency and accountability. The 179,000 polling units across the 774 local government areas in 36 states of the Federation, if we leverage on the minimum number of 100 persons at each polling unit, what we end up having is that we'll have about 170 million Nigerians registered to work with us on the obedient movement. That is the scale of our ambition. Every strength we have must be dedicated to the polling units. The energy and resources we build will be channeled at the polling unit level. This is where the real impact is, and that is where the show is. As we work to build a formidable structure, it is essential to align with our female members and ensure they are included and carried along. Women are in the majority of the voters who can easily persuade others to join our cause. We need to put them in position of leadership, position that can showcase their capacity and capability to drive this process. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to deeply appreciate every one of you for your unwavering support, commitment, and dedication to this movement. Together, we are strong, and together we will build a Nigeria that works for all of us. Let us continue to push forward with passion and dedication, unity and purpose. May God continue to protect all of us as we take back Nigeria for the Nigerian people so that they can be a better nation for all of us. I thank you very much, most sincerely. God bless you all.
Oh my goodness. Dr. Tanko, you have gone to the polling booths already. My goodness, we're in for some roller coaster business in the new Nigeria movement. My goodness, thank you so much, Dr. Tanko, you were almost made ready for this, just from hearing you talk tonight. And what can I say? It's no surprise. I mean, when you touch base with any obedient anywhere in the world, there is this essence that we exude. If there is anything with the obedient, they cannot. They have hatred for bad governance. They have hatred for cheating. They have hatred for things that are not working. There is just something about the average obedient that just want to see something work. And I think that energy and that essence is one of the things that, makes us who we are as a people. And they're ever ready too. They open their mouth, you can see the vibrancy of the energy of essence. And with all the curve, you feel them from Lagos to Sokoto to Brenekebi, everywhere. What is it about you people that is just so restless until you see a new nation? I just pray you will not anyways. And this is the beauty of who we are as a people. One more time, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Tanko Yunusa. We're going to do this off the cuff. I'm just going to have 2 or 3 people just come up and just make some responses to this right now. Without something I think I can see from those, I can see.
Do you want me to bring them up?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'll start.
Just add some people, just randomly, let's just have some obedience. We just want to, without anything, just get some remarks. Not just keep it within 1-2 minutes each, just quick remarks on this before we let our principal in and then begin to take this to another level. What we have there? We have, I see, who have you brought up? Madam Bolande, do you have anybody there right now?
So I've got Peter Obi's MC.
Peter Obi's MC.
I know, right? Peter
Yeah.
Obi, you're welcome. You have like 2 minutes. Please go straight to the point. The mic is yours.
Is that me?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good evening. Thank you very, very much for the opportunity. Thank you very much, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, for the Okute One of Nigeria. I mean, you have indeed shown us, as you have said ab initio, that you are never going to go away. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Dr. Yunusa Tanko. I'm pretty sure that we are all happy, about your choice. Please make us proud. We will support you. My only contribution or suggestion I want to make is that please, as you go along, if it is possible for us to find a way to make sure that those that are going to be put into positions will not be sellouts. I mean, Madam Bolale can attest, like here in the UK, you must go through DBS. I'm sure Mr. Peter Obi knows as well. You must go through DBS check and all. If we can set up a mechanism that would help us check people who are coming in so that we won't have people who will become sellouts tomorrow. So that's just the only thing I have to say. But thank you so much, Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you so much, Dr. Yunusa Tanko, for accepting. Dr. Mo, Madam Bolanle, you all have been wonderful. Thank you all so much. This new Nigeria that we yearn for must definitely come to pass, and it will come to pass in our time. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you so much for your submission. The next person, Anglet Paints Limited. You want to unmute your mic and speak, please? Angelet Paints Limited. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yeah, am I coming out clearly?
We
Can
can
you
hear
hear me?
you.
Hello,
We
Right,
can
go
hear
on.
you.
can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep,
go
we
ahead.
can
I
hear
can
you.
hear
Go
everybody.
ahead.
Okay, good evening, everybody. It's an honor to be on this space. I want to thank you all for putting up this space and for organizing this kind of beautiful platform. I want to greet His Excellency, Mr. P2B, and also to encourage him to keep on steering the affairs of the country in the right direction. And also to the organizers of this space, I want to thank you all for your time and your energy towards putting this space. And also my fellow Nigerians, good evening, everybody, and let's have a wonderful space tonight. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Rhoda, do you want to unmute your mic and speak, please?
Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk on this space. I greet Your Excellency Peter Obi. This is just to say we are in the right place. Thank you for giving some of us the platform to discover some hidden potentials in us. You know, some of us never believed there are good people out there, but working with obedience made me believe that there are actually good people, not just good in character, but in leadership and any kind of thing you can attribute anything good to. It's a pleasure and it's something I will do over and over again. All this is accredited to you, and I say thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this platform. Well done, Dr. Inusa, Dr. Mami Bolanle, Dr. Mo, and every one of you on this space. You have all made us see Nigeria from a different perspective, and with that, we believe a new Nigeria is indeed possible. Thank you. Let's have a fruitful deliberation. I yield.
Thank you so much, Rhoda. Shola, Honorable Shola, do you want to unmute your mic and speak, please? 2 minutes.
Okay. Thank you for hosting this space. I think I missed the previous one, but I was able to listen to the recording. His Excellency, our principal, we really appreciate you for all that you do. In this country, we young people, we've looked at the political situation like something that is never hopeful, but because of you, through the campaign, through the election, you've given us hope and you've made us believe that a new Nigeria is indeed possible. So thank you so much. The new development in the obedient movement is actually, it's long overdue. So this is a really great one. We need to buckle up and be ready for days, months, weeks, years to come, because we young people, we are so eager to see a working Nigeria. So thank you so much. We mount and we're ready to move. Thank you so much for this space. Thank you.
Thank you for your submission. Can I ask that if you haven't followed the Peter Obi, the PO Media Center handle, if you could please follow it. It's also on Facebook, Instagram, and it's even on TikTok. So if you look for it on there and follow us on all platforms, you will be hearing information about what's going on with the movement from this handle, so that you don't miss anything. Also, we have a hashtag for this evening. The hashtag for this evening is Active Citizens with PO. So if you have questions, because not everyone's going to be able to get the mic because it's a short space. So if you have any questions, you could ask them using that hashtag, and somebody in the team will get back to you with a response to it. So thank you. So let's keep on going. So I have Emelogu Chukwuaka. If I butchered your name, I apologize. But if you want to unmute your mic and speak.
Okay. Good evening, Moembola. You can hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Good evening, Dr. Mo. Good evening, Dr. Tanko. Good evening, Your Excellency, our father, and our principal, His Excellency, Mr. P2B. Is a privilege to be speaking with you, to give the platform to ordinary students like us, to talk to you, and really commend what you're doing. We bring a greeting from University of Calabar. We see what you're doing, and we really love it, and we appreciate what you've been doing, giving us space and time. This is the second time speaking with you directly, and it's really a privilege and opportunity, and it makes us feel blessed and feel sense of inclusivity and development. Is a welcome development for the movement. We appreciate, and divided will not stand. Together we move. We move. Men mount. We move. Thank you very much. And also, yes, let's see. I really appreciate if you can wish me a happy birthday. My birthday is next week. If you can really send me a birthday wish, thank you very much.
You better send me the date so I can
9th
follow
of,
it up.
9th of September, sir.
9th of September. You were born on the same day with my wife.
Yes, sir.
That one, I will remember that one.
Okay, sir.
Except I don't celebrate birthday, but I'm sure I'll tell her to say happy birthday to you because she's the one who is celebrating.
Okay, sir. Sir, if you can say wish to me now.
Thank you. I wish you all the best.
Thank
and
you,
I'm
sir.
sure I will remember that day.
Okay, sir.
That said, sir, while we're talking about birthdays, we have one of our mummies in the movement. Health, Harmonica's health is wealth. It's her 60th birthday today. She's very active in the movement. If you could like extend birthday wishes to her as well, please.
I wish Madam Bonole, can I request a request? Can I request that you send me her details and I'll follow it up immediately after this space?
Oh, yes, sir, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Dr. Mo, I'm handing back to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. What a lucky child today. You're getting a double dose of celebration. And I recounted when we were in, what was that again? Was that the BWI? If you remember, just Okwe was his name. And he just walked up to me and said, it was kind of almost scared and said, please, is it possible for me to take a picture with you? I said, come on. And before you knew it, His Excellency was talking to him. And before you knew it, he said he was coming home to get married. And guess what? It took heaven and earth, but we attended his wedding. This is what you get from Mr. Peter Obi, as highly as it could be. He wants to touch base with the everyday people. That's just what you get, and we need to say these things for people to know. Everyday people, students, young people, children across board. Tonight, we're going to also have some of our, I'm going to let Alhaji Ibrahim Karim on this, and then we'll take a couple more people, and then we'll just move it from here. Alhaji Ibrahim Abdul Karim, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mo. Thought that today we are just here for listening and taking people's assignment again to see what we can do, what they are pushing, give them the best of platform that they require. First, let me quickly say thank you to our principal, who always give us a listening ear. Actually, I personally, coming from the north, from Sokoto, I can tell you I have never seen a humble, right-thinking politician like Mr. Peter Obi.
I know I talk and I stay with a lot of politicians up here in the north, and even a commissioner, somebody that's just a commissioner. I know how high-headed they are, lack of respect for people, lack of even having the capacity to think about who they are and what's around them. And I thank God that I follow this decision of my life to be with Mr. Peter Obi, which show almost everything that I always think as a leader will have. And as a Muslim from the north, from the Quran that I have read, and I have seen the qualities, what Islam has said about who's. Can assure you that most of the qualities I read, I saw them with Mr. Peter Obi, even though I know he's not a Muslim, but you can't even have them in some of the people I have up here in the north. I'm so elated, so happy. And I know a movement cannot move forward without a leadership. And I'm so happy to see Dr. Tanko being chosen to be part of the person that we are all of us going to pursue this structure that we really need for us to. And he announced that we are going to make almost 1 million. It's beyond 1 million. We need everybody from every angle. What the structure will help us is just simple. We just want to have one voice. We want to have one direction. We want to have one vision for our country. That vision, we all rally around it. Where we are from the south, we are from the north, we are from the east, from here, where we are living in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. One thing we are all common in, one thing that we're all common in, that we need a new Nigeria, a better Nigeria, a place of where the son of nobody can be somebody, a country that we are so much aware that is fully blessed to carry us to where we want to go to. And I can tell you, the North here really needs somebody of his caliber and his thinking, because the North is going and is sinking. If I tell you what is happening on a daily basis in the North, you shed tears for the northern part of this country. We really need each other. This division that they have created among us, Muslim, Christians, North, South, is just for them to keep stealing. It's just for them to kill, malnourishing the whole society. They use religion to keep on ruling us. But this is what we have seen, and this is what we have seen on this movement. This is what I have seen. I'm so happy that I see talented people called obedient. We are responsible for even the small impact that we have seen today of stopping the dangers that we have seen coming to us, to all of us, more especially people in the up north in Nigeria here. But as we can see, we have checkmate these people on every platform. All the policies and the change of policies are because of the talking that we keep talking as disobedient people. If we successfully, under the leadership of Mr. Peter Obi, and the coordination of Tanko Yunusa, for us to have that voice, I'm telling you, not only winning election, but between now and that time, we will change the dimension. We will change the thinking in the police. We change the thinking in the INEC. We change the thinking on the institutions that are going to partake in trying to create that new Nigeria of our dream. I'm so happy, so happy. Thank you, Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you, this new family that I have gotten. At least today, I can bust my chest and say, I am an obedient, and I know I have a family, and I know I can do whatever I can to bring the new Nigeria. Thank you, everyone. At least we keep listening, and by special grace of God, we give everything. We give our life for this movement to be the savior of this country. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Alaji Ibrahim Abdul Karim. Let's quickly have, we'll take two responses now. Non-conformist, please just have 2 minutes there, and Dark Horse, you follow in, and then we'll take it from there. Non-conformist, are you there? All right. I hope it's not my network right now.
I can't see him. Are you sure he's up here?
I don't know. Dark Horse, are you there? I think the network tonight has a way of just hiding people.
I can't
Just
see him either, but we do
yeah.
have Folusho on here. So
Okay,
while we're waiting, if Folusho wants to
absolutely.
unmute and speak. Folusho, the mic is yours.
Yes, thank you, my lady Mommy Bolanle, my head mom. Thank you very much. Dr. Mo, thank you for putting this together. Long time. My leader, my principal, my Oga, His Excellency Peter Obi, a great leader. They say light began light. You have brought good people together because you are good and you're a leader, and leaders follows leaders. I'm happy to be part of you. I'm happy to be here. I'm always happy. In fact, in Lagos, when you're in Lagos and we're to and we are in any place, everybody always say, pollution, Peter.
Happy Labor Day for real. Welcome.
Is it me? I can't hear him.
Okay, I thought it was me that had the issue with the audio. So I'm fixing the audio for you guys. Happy Labor Day for real. Sis, long time. How are you? Trust you're well. Greetings to everyone. Thank you for being here. Please don't forget to share, I beg. So that everybody can hear what Pio is saying. Share, like. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Okay. I'm pulling it up again.
To have Egbo Dr. Yunus Atanko as the coordinator, I think that is a plus. Thank you very much, sir. And congratulations to my Egbo. I see the way you have worked tirelessly in the last election. I belong to the same presidential committee with you in the PCC. And I see how you are moving from one place to the other. I remember when we were in Ibadan, you are there on time. You have put in very detailed human being. Thank you. God bless you. And then when you even had to come to Lagos, you still squeezed your time after doing everything during the election, and how you have done a whole lot for us. Thank you very much. And now, like I will quote my principal when he was talking to Dr. Ebele Jonathan then, when he was the governor, he said, we'll be behind you. We'll be right beside you. We will be everywhere you are. And that is what we're going to do with you. We will be with you. We will make sure that everything works with you and that this will work. Is a great movement that at the end of the day, what we will achieve will be seeing our principal, His Excellency Peter Obi, at the helm of this affair from 2027. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much for that. I want to see, I've been trying so much. Auntie Aisha Yusufu, Comrade Aisha Yusufu, the one and only. Are you here? Can you hear me?
No, I sent her the mic. She hasn't accepted it.
You see, I think tonight is very unique because I can see her.
Can you see her on speakers? I can't see her. She's not up here.
I can see,
maybe that's
I
my
can see her.
Really?
It's crazy. Oh yeah.
I can't see her. I can't hear her. I know I sent her the mic, but she hasn't accepted it from my end, so I'm not sure what's going on. But we still have 2 people up here. I know we're going to be rounding up soon. But we've got AO Yusuf and we've got Ayo the Tycoon. Both of them are up here, so perhaps one after the other. So AO Yusuf, The mic is yours.
All right. Thank you very much, Mommy B. Good evening, Your Excellency. Good evening, Dr. Mo, and everyone on the space. Dr. Yunusa, congratulations. This is a big win for us. I am more happy than anyone on this space. Honorable Zita, good evening, and everyone else. First of all, we appreciate you, Your Excellency, for availing yourself to serve. We don't take it lightly, and we believe in your capacity. If there is anyone who still believes in your ability, then that's me. So well, so much, I believe, and I know you're going to do. So far that I stake my integrity, we stake our integrity to speak on your behalf, knowing that when we give out our integrity, you are going to give us a working nation. And please, I'm sure you will not let us down. If you remember, I'm that young person that gave you a document at Sokoto. When you came, if you read it, you must have seen the content. A special congratulations to you, Dr. Yunus Atonko. This is a major win, like I said. And I guarantee you, if you don't know, ask Dr. Mo, this is a big task because I'll start disturbing you. I'll start coming at you. We have been looking out for this. We have been looking out for a structure, a leadership where we can pour our structures in individually. Dr. Mo is aware that there are some big fishes that I cannot hold myself. I have big guys who are joining under my platform, but I will tell them openly, I cannot handle you guys. I have to push you up. But where will I push them? And it became, I'm beginning to offend Dr. Mo. I know how busy he is, but thank God we are having somewhere now. And I believe that in your capacity, you will immediately swing to action. You will immediately commence work, and we are going to have a major win. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this great and bold decision. And thank you to all the team who made this happen. God bless you all. I yield the mic.
Thank you so much, A.O. Yusuf. Gosh, so we've got Aisha up here, but we also have Ayo and Chief. So we have Chief Amir. So perhaps Aisha, you go first, and then the gentleman will come after you, if that's okay.
Thank you so much for having me. Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to sit back and listen and just hear citizens speak. But since I've been called upon, I'll just quickly say that it's such a wonderful and amazing feeling just being here and listening to everyone. And in the last few days, with all the consultation that have gone up, meeting with citizens and seeing the passion that has come up from a lot of people, it just goes to say to every one of us, we're on the right path. We are doing the things that we need to do. What I would like to tell everyone here is the fact that nation building is never done in a day. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And there are so many things that are going to test us, that test our resolve. But we must understand that we must put it on hand that good must be more tenacious than evil. The people that have brought our country to where it is today, they didn't start in one day, they didn't do it in 6 months, neither did they do it in 7 months. Some of them spent over 3 decades working on what they did to bring us where we are. So please do not be tired. Do not feel as if you're giving up. And one of the things also that I would like to call on every one of us is that we must at every time look at the little wins and appreciate them. Let us not focus too much on the big wins. And if we don't get certain things, we try to give up. No, we can't. Giving up can never be an option. So let's look at those little wins and keep holding them on. There is something that Ibrahim said, and it was so beautiful, and I wrote it down. He said, one voice, one goal, one direction, one vision. That is all that should matter to us now. And I think I will say to every one of us, from this moment, the time for banter is over. The time of engaging anybody that is trying to derail our conversation is over. The time of listening to people, whether they're insulting us or whatever it is, it's over. This is the time to focus on one, to have one voice, to have one goal, to go in one direction and have one vision and continue continue to take it on until we get to that Nigeria that we all are yearning for, the Nigeria where the child of nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. This is the time. There is a question that constantly comes up, and people say, how do we tackle people that we have different motives, that we try to derail the movement? And there's one thing I always say to everyone: whatever anybody's motive is none of our business. It is their business. What I want every one of us to take on board is to remember that on their watch, say to yourself, on my watch, nobody is going to derail us from our one voice, our one goal, our one direction, and our one vision. And we will focus on that, and we will birth a new Nigeria that is possible. And I'm glad we all have someone who has empathy above everything, who has integrity, who has character, who believes in the process, who is not desperate to be the president of Nigeria, but desperate to see Nigeria work. And I would say to Mr. Peter Obi, thank you for giving Nigeria, giving them the opportunity, Nigerians, to see what leadership can be. You know, when they talk about servant leadership, leadership that is interested in the well-being of everyone, empathy in bringing citizens to be at the place that one is. So everyone, thank you so much. And I've loved to listen. And it's a joy listening to everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, sis. Thank you for that. I'm mindful of the fact the reason why His Excellency is still here and we are still here is so that if you have any questions around the structure, building the structure, that you can ask us directly. I know we don't have a lot of time, but if you could speak to that, if you do get the mic, if not, the hashtag is there. Remember to send your questions that way, and we will get back to you with an answer. So next, Ayo the tycoon, you've got the mic now if you want to speak.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. So I'd like to appreciate His Excellency for joining us tonight. Like, it's a very, very big privilege. I've been following his space for a very, very long time, since Parallel Facts. Like, I'm not sure there's a space Peter Obi has been in that I've missed. But I've always been not chance to speak. So I want to first ask a question concerning the structure. When Mr. Tanko spoke now, yeah, he said something about we having 100 people from each polling unit. So the question is, the 100 people, are they to vote, or what exactly are the 100 people doing for each polling unit? Is it like 100 people, we want to raise 70 million votes, or what exactly are those people supposed to do? That's what I want to ask.
Dr. Tanko, do you want to answer that?
Yes, I can. I can respond to it quickly. Hello, can you hear me?
Sir. Go ahead, sir.
The target is actually to have both canvassers preparing our agents at the minimum level without waiting until the time for election, because most of them may not even know what to do at the polling unit. So we will develop a program of teaching, using them as canvassers. At the same time, we have statutory voters. If you look at the statistics which I put out, it's very clear that if you can get, because at each polling unit, you have maximum number of voters at 500 persons at each polling unit. So if you, as a candidate, can get, and most of the voting don't pass more than 200 or 300, or even that is the maximum, but sometimes you may even get 200. So if you get the majority of that, and this particular 100 is just our minimum goal as a group, but it can be higher. So if you have dedicated people as 100 in the polling unit, you can be rest assured that those one can metamorphose into 200 or 100 as the case goes, as the situation goes on. So there will be our canvassers, there will be our posters agent, there will be our agent that will be prepared for election, there will be our defender, there will be everything that we need to have along that polling unit. So there will be our foot soldiers at each of the 179,000 polling units, which will now give us an assurance so that anytime we can easily obtain our records, the voting pattern, the result sheet that we'll be able to present. By the time an election is completed, we on our own should be able to know whether we've won or we have lost. We on our own situation room. So those are the work that they will do. There will be canvassers, there will be agents, there will be everything that we need at that polling unit. So those are the work that they will do.
Thank you, Dr. Tanko. And I dare say that there's going to be sessions, multiple, many levels, layers of sessions of strategic engagement where some of the big stuff will be broken down into very minute details, and we're going to have that at all levels. Of course, we have a lot of people here who, by the time tonight is just, this big announcement, and I can assure you that there's so much that we're going to be learning, unlearning, relearning about Nigeria, about politics, about political parties. Just to say that our discussions here have nothing to do with political parties, because I also understand that a lot of people do not even understand the difference between the movement and political parties. We're going to have sessions where all of those things are going to be broken down to details. This is about the obedient movement. And with what Dr. Tanko has said, we're going to have sessions where they're going to be broken down. The other day, I just caught Comrade Aisha sharing some details about politics I never knew she had idea about. We're going to be having different sessions. I mean, we have people like Chief Peter Ame and other, we're all, by the time the structure is done, and with now, when you listen to Dr. Tanko's remark, he already went to the grassroots, to the polling board. It tells you the energy in the room that is going to be compartmentalized, that at the end of a short week, a month from here, because all the things we've received at the back end, the mentorship that Mr. Peter Obi is going to be doing, and all of that, including all the leaders and people here, you're going to have a new Nigeria at the end of the day when this is done, that are fearless, decisive, but more than anything else, very knowledgeable about what to do, where to go, and how to do things. And that's what is going to happen. One more time, I want to say a big thank you. I know that there are lots of requests that are here, but tonight is not that night. We've done some level of engagement, and there's already a team that is working to ensure that every detailing, every question, every hard knock, are going to be attended to. At this juncture, I'd like to quietly and humbly return back to our principal for a closing remark as we begin to wind this to a close tonight.
I'm so sorry. I was actually brought up to just give about like 1 minute talk. Dr. Murphy, can I have like just 1 minute with my principal? Thank
1
you.
minute.
Thank you. I'm raising up my hand now. My hand is pinging me. Good evening, Your Excellency. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much for what you've been doing. You were what?
Just go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for what you've been doing. I came online to see that now the obedient movement have got a structure. It's in fact, it's really, really a good thing for all of us. And I say thank you and congratulations to Dr. Yunusa. And I'm sure that with this structure we're going to have, obedient movement will not be in disarray. Obedient movement will be the biggest movement. And come 2027, right, we'll have APC, PDP to reckon with us. I'm really, really happy. Well, I requested this mic because I could hear when Dr. Unison was saying plans towards 2027. But I'd like to plead with Dr. Unison that now that he is in charge of the obedient movement for now, that he should please make a do election a priority and involve all obedience. I remember tweeting sometimes, like I think yesterday, saying that we have got a lot of obedience in Edo State who are saying that they are not going to come out to vote. If we're saying anything that has to do with 2027 election, it would be nice for us to focus on the one that we can win, which is in 2024, that's the Edo election. So, Dr. Yunusa, I every obedience in Edo State to come out and vote. When you have low turnout, that's when we have our evil people do their magic. And just as you said, you've got plans for 2027 in terms of agents and all that. We have been doing that here in Edo State, but if we join hands and ensure that we have way more than agents, way more than volunteers for Edo elections, I'm sure those planning to rig us out, those planning to cut havoc will not happen. And your our Excellency Peter Obi, we're aware that you'll be coming to this state for a good 4 to 5 days. I'd like to say a very big thank you. And I would plead that you should please tell the voters to please come out because they've actually lost hope when you converse with them or you talk with them, they tell you, oh, they did this to Peter Obi and it still hurts us. Will they allow this happen? I mean, will they allow us win this Edo election? And I tell them they shouldn't give up. But I would like that they hear from you. So when you're in Edo State, please, you just need to tell them that they shouldn't give up. They shouldn't stay at home. That they should please come out and vote. The more we have our people on street, the more difficult it is for them to rig us out. Once again, I say thank you.
Oh, yes,
And Dr.
Richard,
Mo,
your
thank you
one
for
minute
giving
is
me
over.
one more. Yes,
Are
I'm
you
already
ready,
rounding down.
Dara? It is over. Oh, yeah, it is done.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Right. Your Excellency, I know you have to leave, but Chief Ahmed's up here. Because he's already here. If you don't mind, Chief Ahmed, can you do it quickly in 2 minutes?
Yes, I can. Excellency, good evening, sir. For me, I just want to congratulate my friend and brother, Dr. Yusa Tanko. We've come a long way. And for us, we've struggled on how to make sure the political party, works. But it never did until our principal, Mr. Peter B, brought his magic touch to the system. I must really commend, if you look at the history of what I and Tanko have done over the council, to populate and then give popularity, give a major opposition voice to the political party that never worked. I think it was because we couldn't get the right candidate to be able to drive that process. But now that somebody came up and this whole process was driven to a point that the election was won and stolen, I think we must all commend all the obedient Nigerians who came behind that. But for Dr. Mr. Tanko, I have no doubt that after many years of working together with you, that you'll be able to drive this process, and we will continue to be there to offer you necessary advice so that you'll be successful at what this position that have been given to you. But my advice is that a lot of obedience must know that it's very critical that they put themselves up for election, because in every of the senatorial candidate constituency, federal constituency, and state constituency, they're very critical for us to continue to field election across board, and it's very critical for us to drive all the vote to the ballot. I thank everybody for the commitment to this struggle for a better Nigeria, and the person who is driving this, who is risking everything for this purpose, because I know how difficult it is to run an opposition in this country. Because those who have power have it and maximally use it to the extreme, and anybody who has put himself up, his business, his life up for such sacrifice, we must continue to commend such people. For our principal, one thing I know is that one of the things that government even need at first is cost cutting. And our government they living a very luxurious life. And the reason why things are so difficult, they're not focusing on the people. I know if you get this opportunity that that you're deprived of because of those who are desperate for power, I believe by 2027, when we get this opportunity, we'll be able to set Nigeria right. And I believe in the commitment of our people with what we've done in the past, that we'll do double when it comes to 2027. Dr. Issa, congratulations, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, it will be, I'm handing back over to you to give us your final remarks before you leave. Again, thank you for being here today. And please, because people have asked whether or not your normal media chats are going to happen, I've reassured them many times that yes, it will happen soon, but we're just waiting on a date from you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bolanle. Thank you, Bolanle, for always being that mother and caring elder sister, younger sister, everything. Thank you very much. And thanks once again. I wish mine is gratitude. Gratitude to all of you for your sacrifice for our dear country. It is not about me. It's not about you. It's about for your love of our country. And I wish we can continue in this direction. And gratitude for those of you who are involved with the engagement, consultation, everything. You could see what it means to be democratic, you could see what it means to be building a new society. Nobody imposed Tanko on you. You all had a chance. Even when people spoke to me while this process was going on, while this space was going on, some people called, wanted to speak to me and said, oh, this is they still comment that, oh, it's good that it's this person. So it wasn't a selection where we say, oh, it's because he's from Peter B's local government, or because it's this. I met Tanko for the first time during this election. All throughout my days of being governor and being everything, I've never come across Tanko in my life. I met him, so I would say he's somebody I knew less than 2 years ago, about 2 years ago. And today, I'm happy that he's emerged as a national coordinator and will be able to do this. And I don't know his local government, I don't know his state, I've never been to his house. So this is the way things should be done. The people are selected based on the fact that people believe he can do this work. And look at speaker after speaker said, for his competence, for his this, for his this, for his... Like every other human being will have shortcomings. And I'll show you, you have some. I thank you, Peter Eme. You are, again, somebody I continue to thank, because some of you have opportunity of joining the big parties and continue the sharing and the plundering of Nigeria. But decided to stay and join us in this thankless, no shishi business. I thank all of you who are staying on and urge you. We are all going to be part of this history. In our time, things change in Nigeria. Thank God the work starts now. Here's somebody telling you about Edo. We're going to go to Edo. I always said we must come out and do our best. I assure the person who spoke about Edo that we're going to be there, and we will try to do whatever is possible to ensure that we're successful. And we'll continue that in other areas and everything and support in building this better country we all wish. Thank you, and good night, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're joining from. And this our meeting will be, I'm sure, will be often. I'm sure you I'll be available always. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, people, come to the end of the stream. Thank you all for joining. I hope you have a wonderful Labor Day. Enjoy yourself. Don't drink too much. For the people that are drinking, make sure take them suffering. Tracy, thank you so much for coming by. For real, thank you so much. Kene, I appreciate every one of you for stopping by. And for God, the only question I wanted to ask him was, what are they going to do about Yakubu, Okoye, and the entire INEC people? Right? It's fantastic. They have LP now has a national coordinator. But what are they going to do with those people at the top? Because it doesn't matter the number of coordinators they have. How are they going to fight against Yakubu? Because I hear he's going to be replaced with even a more loyalist to the core. right? What are they going to do about that whole board for INEC? And what are they going to do? If I had the opportunity to ask him, that would have been my question. I'm hoping that somebody will be able to ask him this question. So if you guys maybe have the opportunity to ask it to him directly, please, I want to know. Because those people, including the courts, because now courts now that they always wrong good, they'll say go to courts, but they have already placed their people strategically there. What are they going to do about all of that? You understand? That's the only question that I have. If anybody has the opportunity to ask a question, please do. Please, I beg you. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.